All right, so this is an MMA fighter. You can see here the hyoid, how it comes down normally, and then you can see that it's broken and dislocated over here. Now, he's been fighting like this for probably years. We don't know how long he's been injured like this.
That's at least since 2020.
Oh, about 3 years?
Probably 3 years.
3 years? Okay. So he's got these styloid processes that have calcified and gone down. How old are you?
29.
29 years old already. That's what MMA will do for you. Anyway, when you bring your head down, this styloid is going to entrap this jugular. That styloid is going to entrap that jugular. This styloid is going to pinch into the internal carotid, and that one's going to get that one too. So both internals, both jugulars, and when you bring your head down, you obviously get lightheaded. But that's, of course, not even the biggest finding. It's this broken hyoid that we see. So we're going to remove all the other structures here. So here that might have been a little too much. So here you can see the hyoid. Now it comes down. It's broken and dislocated this way. Bring that around. There you can see it, how it's pulled down. And there's a muscle that runs along here that attaches to the tongue. So surely you feel like you're tongue-tied. And of course, there's a lot of nerves that run through here, not to mention the airway. So we're going to get you a CPAP machine ASAP, so you don't choke out while you're going to sleep, which has been going on probably for about 3 years too, I would think.
Yeah, that's when I first noticed it in 2020.
Okay, so probably about the same time you broke that thing. I mean, that's the biggest finding we found here. I mean, quite honestly, that's it. So we're sending you to a specialist they'll probably have 2 guys together work on you. One guy that does the hyoid, another guy that does the styloids at the same time. But that's their problem to figure out. Okay, that's that one. Let's go with this one. There's your jugular veins in all their glory. There's a beautiful shot of what that hyoid's doing. And when we looked at it like this, and it broke along a growth plate. You still have growth plates there on both sides. And you've got this extra little calcification there. So this has been going on a couple of years for sure. And of course, there is a ligament that attaches from here to there. Now, this is what was very interesting about this. So we expect to see some vascular compromises. And I see in other people, I've seen injuries where the omohyoid tendon is digging into the jugular vein. Now, in your case, I think we're seeing it too, or something else, just that it's lower than usual. We're right about in here. Let's see if we can bring it all the way down. Let's see if we can see it. So here you can see this jugular. It has something digging into it, and it looks just like the tendon of the omohyoid, but it's particularly low. And so you're going to have venous drainage problems. It's backing up right in there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, and the phrenic nerve is also right behind there, and you'll say that you'll stop breathing just for no reason?
Yeah, I'll just stop breathing, just while hearing my sister talk. And
Wow.
she was like, "Why aren't you breathing right now?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't even notice." I think it's because it was so hard to breathe, I just took breaks.
Right. So that's the biggest finding. I mean, yet we saw other calcifications in the head from you headbutting people, and in the brain, and other little arteries and things where the arteries, it looks like they've gotten stretched, and the veins look like they've gotten stretched, so they calcify. There's one right in there, and they're all over the place. I mean, here we see this little backstop calcification that's kind of built in there from all these years of MMA. But I'm glad you're changing your profession, and now you're going to be a bouncer at the MMA events?
Yeah, security for karate combat.
That should be better. All right, so look, when we have you turn your head to the left, there is you're moving a little too much maybe, but those are not the biggest things that we've got going on here. And, you know what, let's close these out. In a moment, we're going to do the ultrasounds on you, pulse wave Doppler, to find out how far down you can bring your head before you choke yourself out. That might be a nice piece of information. So here we have an x-ray of you from the side. You can see how you've lost the curve in your neck. We put a 10-pound weight around your neck there. You can see the buckle, and it brings the atlas back away from the jugular to open up those jugular veins, brings the curve back a little bit. And here we put a 20-pound weight around your neck, and you can see how it brings your curve back perfectly. So we're going to do some curve correction there. Today we're going to do some atlas orthogonal on you. We took some atlas orthogonal measurements, and actually you look pretty good when it comes to those measurements. We'll obviously fine-tune you a little bit, but really the surgeon's going to be the hero for you.
Okay.
All right, any questions?
No, that's my, do you have that picture of my throat? How it looks like an hourglass?
The airway. I forgot to show your airway, didn't I? Yeah, so obviously it's blood supply and air supply.
You keep doing your thing. Oh, shit.
Okay, so we're going to show air supply right now. Here we go. All right, so yeah, thank you for bringing up, your trachea is twisted sideways a little bit. So we did show you so we did show you that this airway is narrowed and twisted to the right. And of course, you already know that you wake up choking to death.
Yeah,
I feel like
hard to get air.
so hard to get air. Right. So, yeah.
I just thought I was out of shape.
Well, I understand somebody who trains all day long, the first thing they think of is they need to train harder.
Yeah.
Right, no, it's twisted right in through here. I thought that was self-evident in there.
That's so interesting.
All right, so this is why the MMA fighters get a lot of money for what they do. 'Cause it's a
lot of medical bills.
yeah, all the medical bills, indeed. All right.